Hello, I'm teacher Amelia, and I'm here to share with you a Feedback Panda overview. First, a little bit about me. I have been a VIP Kid teacher since September 2018. I absolutely love it. I began with VIP Kid as a way to contribute to the capital campaign at my church. We're building a new church, and I got a little ambitious, my husband and I did, with our contributions or our pledge. So I thought would be a great way to make a little bit of extra money. I had no idea how much I would actually love it. My only regret, and I'm not just saying this because of the topic of today's workshop, but my only regret is not starting with Feedback Panda from day one. I absolutely adore Feedback Panda. So outside of VIP Kid, I'm a senior staff manager at Windstream Enterprise. I manage a customer service team of about 50 people. They're spread out amongst 5 different locations, and so I talk to them just like this every single day. This is how we communicate. And so we manage emails, we manage chats, we talk to customers, we help resolve their issues. So all day, every day, we're communicating. So this headset is glued to my ears, trust me. I am a mom to 3 amazing young men. 2 are 19-year-old twins, and then the third is a 24-year-old who just graduated from the University of Mississippi. I'm a dog mom. Buster is not a big fan of my online teaching, but he tolerates it. He's over there staring at me right now. I'm wondering why I'm at my classroom at this time of the evening. And last but certainly not least, I'm a blogger. I love to write, I love to type, so you may have seen me online before in that capacity. So before we get started, I'd like to go through a couple of ground rules for today's meeting. First of all, if you can, please turn your camera on. I'd love to see you and be able to make eye contact with you. If you're not sure how to do that, if you take your mouse and you hover over the bottom of your screen, you should see a box pop up. I promise it's down there. It just sometimes takes a minute. There we go. And you can see that you can start video if it's a little video camera. So if you haven't already, you can click Start Video. I would also ask that you please stay on mute unless you have a question. That mute button is right next to that. But certainly, please, please, please feel free to ask questions. You can unmute doing the same thing, or if you go over here to your, come back, over here to your More button, you'll see that there's a chat room. And so I'll try to be watching chat in my other window. So feel free to type a message in there and ask any questions that you may have. So with no further ado, let's go ahead and jump in to what you're all here to learn about. And that is Feedback Panda. So today we're going to talk about what is Feedback Panda. How do you use it? And at that point, I'm actually going to flip away from this presentation for a couple of minutes and actually pull it up live and walk through some of the features. We'll talk about why should you choose Feedback Panda. There's a lot of options out there that can help make your life as a teacher easier. And so why choose Feedback Panda? We'll talk about pricing and plans, and then also, of course, take a couple of minutes and go through some questions and answers. So first of all, what is Feedback Panda? Feedback Panda is what they like to call the digital assistant for all teachers. It is a way that you can organize yourself and your classes. It manages your courses, your students, and your feedback records. It's also much more than that because, as the name implies, it allows you to generate feedback based on fully customizable templates. And I'm going to interject here because when I first started with VIP Kid, I thought I do not want to use feedback templates. I certainly don't want to use other people's templates. And so I didn't even consider looking at Feedback Panda. But what I didn't understand is that I can make my own templates. I can make my own templates that are specific to each course and then customize them for each lesson. And that to me was a game changer. So again, I wish I had known that earlier. And it allows you ultimately to spend more time teaching and less time on everything else. So it's really been a phenomenal time saver for me. So how do you use it? First of all, the first step is just to create a login. You get a free 30-day trial. You can sign up for that trial without putting in any credit card information, so it's really no risk. And the best way to see how it works is to log in and try to use it with a few of your own classes. Then you create a school. Did you know? I happen to teach for VIP Kid, but we all know that there's many, many competitors out there, as well as many of us also work in brick and mortar schools. So you can use Feedback Panda to manage your feedback and your classes and your schedule and your students from multiple schools, even your own brick and mortar school if you wish. Then you can download either the Chrome plugin or there's a launcher app that works with the PC app for VIP Kid. And so you don't have to download those, but trust me when I say they make your life so much easier. It's a real quick and simple download. Then go to your next class in your teacher portal. Again, you can do this from the app or you can do it from the web interface. I'll pull up the web interface today and show you how it works. You add the class, you add the student, you choose or make a template, and then you customize. Ta-da! And the magic begins. So at this point, I'm going to minimize my Zoom meeting for just a minute. I'm going to actually show you Feedback Panda. So this is what it looks like when you first join, like you're not signed in or anything. You would click Start Your 30-Day Free Trial. You can sign in with Facebook. You can sign in with Google. You see it recognizes me up there. That was literally a picture from my first VIP Kid class right before I started teaching. And trust me when I say that look of terror was absolutely real. It was terrifying, but I don't look like that before classes anymore. You can sign up with Twitter, or like me, I signed up with the old-fashioned Yahoo and email address and password. And so I'm actually just going to sign in so you can see what it looks like when you sign in. I'm going to jump into my teacher's portal here on another web page and go to my class schedule. And I need to look for a student that I haven't taught before, because I want to show you what it looks like if you're starting with a blank slate. And so I'm going to look for, here's a new to me student. And you'll see here that it's got a little panda next to it. I wonder what that is. So if you click on that, it's going to actually launch a Feedback Panda window. Now, I have the app already open, the website already open, so I can navigate around and I can look at it. But when you go to actually start off, the first time you log in and you want to say, how difficult is it for me to get started? That's literally super, super, super easy. All right, this is a new student. It's a course that I haven't taught before, so I don't have any templates created. So it's literally a blank slate. Now, you may want to customize things with your student. So let's look over here and say, what do I know about Michael? Okay, so I could put in nicknames, I could put his birthday in. You come over here and you can edit your student. When you click edit a student, type in, maybe he goes by Mike. Sometimes students will have one name in the portal that's their Chinese name, and then you want to put in their English name that they use. Obviously, Michael and the Mike is not a great example. You can plug in the birthday, their birthday that's listed here, so April 5th, 2009. Oops, come back. April 5th, 2009. And because the student's new to me, I don't really have anything to put in the description yet. Once I teach him, I can say, Michael loves dinosaurs and hates Legos, or Michael always wears striped pajamas to class, or anything that I want to remember about him, and then click Save Changes to the students. So it's real handy. Now, when it comes to feedback, of course, this is Feedback Panda. So I like to customize and make my own templates, but you don't have to. So I'm going to say, I want to look for a template for this lesson. You see it automatically pulled in my lesson. And I want to get one from the cloud. And so you can literally sort through here and let's see, do I like Karen's? And so you can look and see, here's her template. And once you use it for a while, you'll be able to go in and you might know, oh, I love all of Karen's templates. She's obviously been doing this for a while. You can, you may look for a particular person that you especially like their style. So I'm just going to say that I want Karen's template here. And you'll see it automatically comes with a male and a female template. And it's got name written in there. And so that automatically will pull in the name of your student. So I'm going to say, let's import this template. That's the one that I want to use. And so it's got my male and my female, and I'm going to say, import this template. And it does give you a little warning here because sometimes a teacher will put their name in there or there may be something you don't like. So let me go back and look and say, gosh, I don't like using these little, I don't even know what they're called, those brackets in my feedback. Instead, I want to customize it and I want to put stars. And I'm just making that up. Obviously, I'm not going to go through here live and change all of those things. But like she's got a signature down here. So I don't want it to say Teacher Karen. So I'm going to say, Teacher Amelia You. That's my show name. And so then I'm going to say generate female template. And it makes those same changes on the female side. Ta-da. And then import the template. And so now when I've got it in here, it's got this template with Michael's name because it automatically pulled in his name. I'm going to say, I'm going to teach this class on Tuesday. And then I can leave it like this, or I can go in and do some more customization. So maybe I said, I really enjoy teaching him on Tuesdays. It makes my day. So something very specific to that student. I usually try to comment on when was our last class or something along those lines. I usually also put in here at the end, I'll see Michael again next week. And so you can customize it for that specific student. You can then put in your reward system that you plan to use. So this is land animal, so I'm going to say, elephant reward, or, Google Slides, land animal, find a star, whatever. Then after class, you just go back into the same template the same way that you did before. So I'm going to say save and close. And then when I go back in to Michael, sorry, if I go back to my teacher portal, I go back into Michael and I click on that Feedback Panda, let's say that it's after class, it's got everything that I've already typed, and then I can just add what Michael did well at, what he didn't do well at, what I want him to practice for homework. And so totally customizable. You can then also go in and add your teacher's notes to say, Michael had a flashlight in class today. He was very distracted, whatever you wanted to type. And that can be your teacher to teacher feedback. And then when you're finished, you can hit copy feedback and then just go right into your portal. And of course, I'm not going to leave feedback for him since it's not, that's not really my feedback. And it's as simple as that. The other thing that I do, and now I'm going to pull up one that I actually, a student that perhaps I actually have taught with a lesson that I have taught before. So here's one that I've done before. This is a student I've taught before. I've taught this lesson before. So I'm going to click on Feedback Panda. And it should automatically have everything in there. Dun, 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 dun. Ta-da! All right. So I don't have to add anything, but you can see where I've added that Tracy plays the violin and she's the one that drew the pictures of her teachers. It pulls in the list of previous reward systems. So if I'm teaching a lot of classes in a specific unit and I want to know what did I already do with her, man, it's all right there at a glance. You scroll down and you can see the last lesson. You can see the, if the parent gave feedback, which I'll show you one where the parent did. It shows my notes. It shows what feedback I submitted, and disclaimer, I give really long feedback. I know that's a hot topic of debate, but this particular mama loves it. And you'll see in her responses, the parent also gives really long feedback. So you can go back and you can remind yourself, what did they say about the last class? Was there something that I needed to work on? And you can literally do that for every single class that you've taught with a student. And it's all right here. I love this. It's so easy to go back, and if you're not sure what you had asked the student to work on previously, you wanted to incorporate that into your next lesson, it's phenomenal. So you can tell when I get ready to teach this class, most of my feedback is already done. I just have to go in and comment on what Tracy did well or what she needs to improve on. My particular style, I've got an overall feedback section, and then I do also generally add homework and maybe some next steps at the end. And then I add what props I use for a lesson. When I make my templates, I put in props. So I know I can just go and grab these things right before my class, and I don't even have to think about what props I need. It's a literal no-brainer. I love it, love it, love it. So at a glance, that's how Feedback Panda works. You can see on the overview page here that it reminds you of student birthdays. I can actually click on the calendar and it'll pull up all of the birthdays in this particular month. And so some of these students I don't teach as often as others. Some I teach all the time. You can see it's got the Chinese holidays on there, so you can kind of stay ahead of those and know if your bookings may or may not be impacted. You can see which birthday it is, so I know that I can say, ooh, Emma, happy 9th birthday. I actually have a banner that I put up behind me, and you can customize the age on it, so I can just glance at Feedback Panda and see, oh, which birthday is it that I need to look at. So I love the calendar feature. I don't love it enough to look at it twice. If you do have multiple schools, you can manage those here. I've got VIP Kid, of course, but let's say that I started teaching for a second school. Here's all my different types of schools that I can choose, and you can manage them all right here from your dashboard. So it really is just a tremendous, tremendous tool to use. So let me come back to my presentation here. All right, get through my bullet points again. Sorry, y'all. Da, 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 da. Okay, so why choose Feedback Panda? It's easy. It's so easy. And I should probably say, there's many, many, many tools out there, and they're all, they all have advantages and disadvantages. But I have not found one other tool where you can sit down and just intuitively go through and have it work for you. I have never had a single IT problem with it. It's so, so easy. It allows you to organize everything in one spot. It's got your students, your schedules, your feedback, your parent feedback, your rewards. I thought when I first started, for these first couple of months that I was teaching, I thought, I'm really organized. I'm going to make my templates in Word, and I'm going to have an Excel spreadsheet. I'm going to put everything there. And it worked really well when I had, a class or two. But as I started teaching students more and more, and I started having more and more students, it really became difficult to manage. And when I say I'm organized, I'm not bragging. I really am pretty organized. It's one of my strong suits. But I couldn't keep up. I recently taught my 500th student not that long ago. And to think that, my goodness, remembering what I had for breakfast this morning, much less what I did 499 students ago, it's just not going to happen. It's just not. You can put in, like I showed you, the nicknames. You can take screenshots of your students and put photos in there. You've got their birthdays in there, all in one spot. It really is remarkable. And then, of course, you've got amazing support. So, oh my gosh, sorry guys. So there's an extensive knowledge base, and there's a great support staff for any questions. Sometimes when you're using another tool, it's a little bit challenging, and you may get stuck and not know who to go to for questions, and you will not have that problem with Feedback Panda. So how much does this cost? You've got a couple of different options available. Like I already mentioned, first, you can try it for free for 30 days with no risk. You literally don't even have to put in your credit card information. If you decide, like I did, immediately, okay, I'm in. I signed up for my 30-day trial, and then I said, oh, I'm not going back now. So you can sign up right then for a monthly plan for $15 per month. Or you can take the big leap, like I did within a month, and said, I'm all in. And so you can do $150 per year. So for most of us, that's just over a class a month, maybe a class and a half a month, depending on how much you teach and how much your rate is. And I will tell anybody, hands down, it's worth every penny. There is another option, or you can sign up with a referral code. And I promise I'm not doing this for the referrals, because I would pay this any day of the week. But if you do use a referral code, either mine or somebody else's, then you can get it for $10 a month or $110 per year. So a pretty significant savings. So I will put this link in the chat following our session today. And then, or you can use the referral code if you go to the website and just sign up on your own, and that will put you in as my referral, and you'll be eligible for this special pricing. So again, absolutely worth every single penny. So at this point, I'll open it up for any questions and answers. Obviously, our little friend the panda here just wants to know, when can I start? And that's what I wanted to know as well. So do we have any questions? Don't be shy. All right, well, I don't see any in the chat box either, so we will go ahead and wrap up. But I want to encourage you, if you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I'll provide my contact information in the chat, and I'm available for any questions that you might have. So enjoy. I hope you found this helpful, and happy teaching. Goodbye.